Hey, welcome to an early edition of Vortex Garage. So it's almost summer, the sun's only been up for a little bit, and we're out here in the garage with our Spitfire body. What we're going to be doing today is this thing is finally heading off to the sandblasters. We're going to get an estimate done on it and hopefully be able to leave it there and have them go ahead and take care of it. So to do that, I'm going to need to get this thing off this body table and onto the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and wheel this around, and we're going to use our lift to go ahead and lift the body off, and then I'll just be able to back the trailer in, hopefully, under the lift and drop the body right on it. So ideally, this will be nice and simple. And the good news is, even though this Mountaineer is still sitting here needing a transmission, I measured it. I'm pretty sure I can actually wiggle this thing around the front of the Mountaineer. That way I don't have to go out the front of the garage, because right behind the Mountaineer is that 65 Mercury that doesn't run. And that means I'd have to take this thing on the gravel. And with those little tiny casters I put on, well, that's why I shouldn't have put little tiny casters on it. So we're going to try to squeeze it in through here and go that direction. Let's give it a try. On the front of the trailer. With those little casters, this thing does roll pretty easy. All right, and here's where we're going to face one of our first obvious problems. I have the low ceiling height lift, and that means that there's this little bump. It's got some angles on it, but it probably comes up about 2 inches, and I think I've got 2-inch casters. So this casters might be a little tough to roll over here, but luckily I think they're high enough that the wood will clear once it does. So it shouldn't be that big a deal. It fits like a glove, I tell you what. All right, I think we're fairly centered-ish. The only way to get it over this bump is essentially that it isn't going to be pretty. That was not too bad, I'll give it credit. That was actually pretty neat. Let's see, how do we want to lift it? Find some nice solid spots. The key is that when we put it on the trailer, we want to actually be able to get the lift arms off. If this thing's so light, I would imagine that as soon as I lay it on the trailer, I wouldn't have a problem coming to either corner, lifting it up and sliding out the lift arm, as long as I take the lock out. So. Go a little higher. All right. Spin down all the way. Probably can't see this on the camera. All right, so I think I've got all the body bolts undone that are holding it to the table. So I think we're about ready to lift it up. I have the lift arms about where I want them to be. And in the time since I was last recording, got the trailer out and got the sides off the trailer, which was actually a real pain in the butt because I had coated the thing with some paint to keep the wood nice and good. So it's got some really kind of real thick outdoor wood paint, and made the sides almost impossible to get off. Those things were stuck in the stake pockets. Anyway, let's lift this thing up and see if it's truly loose. Let's find out what happens. right, looks like we're coming loose. I just want to make sure that it's pretty stable. Doesn't look like it's going to fall. Uh-oh. I forgot. I forgot to unbolt the front. So simple mistake. All right, there we go. All right, what do you say we try this again? I got to go a little higher. All right, that should let the table clear. And I mean, we're on the lift pretty good. Almost looks like it's not totally level on the lift because there's a little bit of a gap there. But we're not keeping it up here very long. Let me move the table out of the way. I think if I put the wheels just over the bump, we'll be pretty good. I'm just rolling it in to make it easier rather than tucking back it in. Dang, man, I think I got it pretty level. So once we got the Spitfire body down on the trailer, we went ahead and rolled it out of the garage and then hitched up and got some ratchet straps and carefully secured it down to the trailer bed. Once that was all set, we basically just drove it over to the Media Blast place and went ahead and talked to them and dropped it off, had them look over it, everything looked good. So the idea was they're going to go ahead and do some Media Blast on it and then coat it with some PPG epoxy sealer, and we'll have it back in just a little bit. So we do have a few pictures as we kind of got the thing over there and dropped it off. So we'll show this to you here. But in the meantime, look out for our next video because we will have part 2 of this. We're picking it up, We're going to bring it back, and then we're going to show you all the details of what we got left when it's back from Media Blast. So look forward to that, and definitely subscribe to Vortex Garage, and we'll see you very soon.